Welcome back everyone. Today we are gonna draw the cover of my fourth sketchbook, the, one with the black pages. So let's get right into it. Don't mind the white papers in between here. I drew a lot with colored pencil and I don't want like the pages to smush each other when I draw something on the next pages, so that like all the pages still look clean. That's why I have so many white papers in between, so that it doesn't do that. To start off with, I have made no plans for the cover page. So I am here to explore the ideas. I mean, no plan is a bit of an overstatement. I have experimented, or had one idea in my head. Since last video, I drew a lot of zenitsu in this sketchbook. And I continue to draw way more than that was shown in that video. So I was thinking to do something like this, like a 4. That is someone bursting with a wow, and then like here at the end, make it like these lightning effects that would also come across real well on the black papers. And then down here, either draw Zenitsu with his sword, because this is a very small thumbnail, but it gets the point across, or me with a sword, but that's a bit cringe. But I like the idea of the 4 being done like this. What else I could do with the 4? What else makes me think of 4? Let's explore all ideas. I just had an idea of a 4-year-old kid, because I work in a kindergarten and there are a lot of 4-year-old kids. What about a kid finger painting on a wall and then like that making the 4, so having a lot of handprint blotches, like a very blotchy thing. Let's continue drawing the kid before I carry on. I'm so annoyed. Every time I watch other art videos when they show like the idea collecting stage, they always seem to go so fast, but you know why? Editing, Anita. That's why it appears to go so fast. You can also do that. You don't have to rush the drawing. Other hand is then here. What if I connect the 4 with these hands here? So that like on accident they drew that. Excuse my extremely short white pencil too. It's like, since this sketchbook, this one has gotten a lot of use out of it. And I guess I would put the kid, now I drew too far down, but I would give the kid like a dress, maybe 2 cute pigtails. Kid's too tall. The feet would be like here. No. I mean, I don't know. That's another idea quickly drawn up. I had a thing to hold pencils that were too short in my pencil collection off screen, but it's just gone now, and I don't know why. What else reminds me of, or what else is for me, except for 4-year-olds and cool anime moment? Now I want to make this better. Just can't only have bad quick sketches on one page, because that sucks. Oh god. I mean, don't mind the mouth. Pay attention to everything else. And then she's got like, red is gonna look like blood, but like, hear me out. It's gonna have color everywhere. Obviously also red, because she's got red on her hands. I also have blue, right? Give me that blue. Maybe I should go with one color in the final product then, for the number. Yeah. Yellow. Honestly, that is really cute. Like, the idea with Zenitsu is cool and all, but I think this is like really cute. Yeah, I'm gonna go with child, honestly. I'm gonna go with that, because it's cute. Though I need to like find out what the child looks like, and also like the whole composition a little bit more. And I wish I had that longer thing on this, because I want to use up this pencil completely before I open my new pack. Well, let's see about the child. Let's make her like 3 heads tall. I've become rather good at drawing small characters from all the Demon Slayer fan art. I'm always so tempted to draw like hips and everything, but you know, it's a child. They don't have those. I mean, they have, but like, not like that, you know. I like dot eyebrows a lot. Is she just gonna wear a dress, or is she just gonna like look like a little small artist? She gonna have like some, like wearing an old, you know what you wore when you were a kid when you did art, like an old shirt above the dress, and then the hair is up so that it's out of her face when she's doing the art. So like the shirt that is oversized, because obviously it's in an adult size, so that it covers the entire body. It's gonna go till about here. Let's have it wrapped up till the elbow so that she has her hands free. And then her dress peeks out in the bottom. Hell yeah. Shoes. She gonna get that paint all over her body. 'Cause that's how small kids like to experience things. And her hair. I really like the rectangle shape. Obviously, again, something I learned from drawing all that Demon Slayer fan art. I think those are a bit too big. I think she needs smaller ones. Like on this side now. She gonna have bangs? I think without bangs, it comes more across how young she is with the big forehead. And then I maybe give her a lot of hair clips in the hair, because that's what kids have all the time, and they lose them in kindergarten all the time, and I always feel so bad for not returning the kids with these things, because you know you have to buy new ones all the time as a parent, but what can you do? Man, the child looks possessed. But I like this, and then we give it like spritzes of color everywhere. Might need to look up how like actual references on how color splatters look. When you draw them by hand, they always look bad. And I'm not gonna get the paints out today. I'm not feeling the paints today. I always go ham with the fucking red, as if she's a serial killer kid. Let's draw her a bit bigger. Now that we have the small thumbnail of her, let's draw her a bit bigger, so that we get a good look at her. Oh, her eyes have like a weird expression. Okay, then she has very high forehead. Do I leave the ribbons away so that I can pay more attention to all the clips that she's gonna have in her hair? I think so. Some baby hairs. And then, you know, clips and clip. Maybe those get the little, you know, ribbons on them. There we go. Somehow she looks a bit more creepy. Ooh, do I dare? I'm gonna look that up real quick. Like a handprint, because kids always, when they clean their hands of anything, always on the shirt or on the pants, you know, just like adults do, but like they do it with things that are not supposed to be cleaned on there. If she cleans this hand, she would go on the side, so like here. I like how much they pop, you know, like how much the colors pop on the black paper actually. Especially, you know, the more underrated colors like white actually popping so well is so nice. I think her eyes are still not completely free of being creepy, but you know. And I really like this idea. I don't think I really want to change it all too much. Go with something like over here. So let's try mapping it out on this page. There's nothing that can... This page, who cares? Who cares about this page anyways? It can go die in a fire. Something like that, you know? I'm just gonna leave it like this. And for the big awesome picture, I'm gonna get my fresh white pencil. Because we have 3 days right now, no shop is open. I went yesterday, real quick, to grab myself these colored pencils again. Because, you know, I like them. They've been good before, so why shouldn't they be good anymore? Ah, don't fall. I have to treat these with respect and kindness. None of these shall break, or I will cry. Just wanted to close it. Okay, let's move on to the actual cover. Trying to be as light-handed as possible. See, this is where I would put one of these papers in between, because I don't want the smudging to happen. I don't want to ruin each page just because I'm gonna draw on the next one. Okay, so big old 4. And then our little child. If I want her hand to be here and here, maybe I can stretch her fingers to like barely touch. She's like turning around right now. I was just gonna say, I'm so glad I'm gonna cover all of this weird body stuff with clothing. So nice to have a normal sized pencil again to draw. I don't have to push it against the inside of my palm in order to like just draw. Very nice, very nice. Now this is probably why I like mechanical pencils more. Sure, you also don't use up the entirety of the lead, but what you throw away is 2 centimeters of the thinnest lead. Meanwhile, like, if I don't find my lengthening thing, I'm gonna throw away this much. And with sharpening, I'm throwing away so much all the time. I really dislike that. Here we go. Let's erase this first layer lightly. I mean, that's only how much goes away anyways with colored pencils, but you know. And then detail it. Okay, because her head looks really strange. I had to totally photo on the camera for a second, sorry. Because like, always sitting so far away from my drawings, I can't. I'm not at that level of used to YouTube art making yet. Okay, now she looks fine. Sorry I wasn't talking, I was in full focus mode. And usually then my brain is like playing fucking elevator music. Okay, what color do we make the 4? For no particular reason, recently I have a new very favorite color, at least for now, which is the yellow. I don't know if I want the 4 to be yellow. Yellow pops the most, so I'm gonna go with yellow for the number. I'm gonna sharpen it a little bit more so that I can have exactly what I want on the hands from the girl. Oh my god, this hand. How have I not realized how fricked it looks? This is more the size I want. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna color first and then add my line art with my gel pen because I've learned that it scrapes off easily, the gel pen, and like when you color it, and also it takes on the color of the colored pencils very easily too, and I don't like that fact, so I try to avoid that, but I will still add the other colors to her coat. Because, well, she's probably drawn more than this in her time as a small little artist. Don't you love it when you say you're gonna do something, like look up how splatters work and then you never do it. Yeah, I love that too. And then the green. And then the number itself also gonna be yellow. Don't ask me how she reached up there. Got a stool. It's just not in frame anymore. You wouldn't know. Or her kindergarten teacher lifted her up. You wouldn't know you weren't there. How should you know? I like that I went with the idea that didn't swirl around in my brain. I like this. This is really cute. It's just hard to make colored pencil look like finger painting. No, I'm not gonna get the paints out. I don't want to. I don't think I will color a lot more in the kid. Maybe I'll give her the rainbow eyes. Because when I'm done with coloring, then I'm gonna, you know, put the outlines with the gel pen. Rainbow eyes. She doesn't look creepy at all. How do we color the hair? Let's color the tips of her hair. Let's make them, yeah, sure. There we go. In the dress that she's wearing under, I'm gonna do in white, but I'm gonna color that after I put the line art down so that I, you know, can see where all the lines are. The hair clips shall also all be in these colors. And she has one here. That's what they look like when the kids put them in the hairs themselves. Another one right next to it. But that's also like, you know, in style in some fashions too. So like, you know. Let's put some paint buckets down. No, like colored finger paints don't come in paint buckets, but you know, you don't need to know that. It will look cool to have it flow over with yellow. Let's have one be fallen over here. It's gonna be the blue. Of course, it has the drippies here. These dried since there, her feet are blue because she walked through the bucket. Boop. Oh, the footprint. And then there's like a handprint down here. Let's draw a lot of like swirls around one center. So like that she drew a 4 is very unlikely if she does that, but it's art, baby. Now let's give it some drippy qualities, because you can bet kids always use too much paint. And I like this. This is cute. No, I bought this one new. Since all of my gel pens are empty, since, you know, black sketchbook, use a lot of it. So let's outline it with such a good working gel pen. Oh no, this thumb. Oh no. But you know, with art you always, not always, but it's always good to like do what you want to do, because forcing yourself is not that good. Hell yeah. Let's outline the buckets too. Why not? Okay. Now she really does pop out the... Pop out. Pop out the what? Just the pop out. Lucky that she doesn't have any paint on her white dress yet. But that's the contrast I see at kindergarten a lot of the time. The kids always come with these fancy ass dresses with like where their parents say they're not supposed to make them dirty, and it's like, boy, they're in kindergarten. Let them get dirty. This is what kindergarten is here for. There we go. Let's do some scribbles. And then also drip. This has to be like thicker if the kid has done it with their hands. Another handprint, sure. And stripping. Just like this one. It has to be messy, because that's how they just draw when they experiment. So I'm just gonna do some scribbles everywhere. There we go! Okay, so 4. And then I'll write sketchbook along here. So let me tilt this a little bit so I can write it. There, and I'm gonna trace it with one of my white paint marker thingies. Sketchbook 4. And we started this, I wrote it down when we actually started it on the 19th of January. Where'd I put this? I think here, right? That's English, yeah. Okay, let's write it in English this time. 2022, right? I have a fish brain. Okay. And then until who knows? So yeah, this is the cover of my 4th ever sketchbook. Thank you for coming along and joining me on this trip. It really isn't what I expected, and I love it because of that. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!